What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna check out Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I hadn't done it until now because I only owned it on the Epic Games Store, so I didn't want to sit there and fiddle around with making that work. I know it's possible, but it seemed like a huge pain in the ass. So, I saw it for like 20 bucks or something on sale, 67% off, so I was like, alright, sold. Now I can play it on the Steam Deck if I ever feel like playing it again, but I can also show you guys how it runs for 20 bucks. I think that's easily worth it, especially for a nice game like this. I'm pretty sure we can get this to a 30-ish FPS experience on decent settings, and hell, we might even be able to hit 60 on like really low settings. We'll have to wait and see. This game can be a wild card. But I think before I actually start making this video, I think we should probably go plug this in for a little bit. I don't think, 57% battery? No, 43% battery is not enough for a game like this. It's got benchmarks, and that shit takes forever to run. So this thing would be long dead at 43%. So let's go plug that in, and then we'll get it hooked up to the capture computer and get a little gameplay.
All right, let's get into Red Dead Redemption 2. We're going to start off just maxed completely out. Well, except for that, we don't need that on. I think that kind of fucks with FPS a little. So let's just turn that off. You got to wait a couple seconds. It acts like it's going to freeze, but then it eventually comes around. You can confirm. But besides that, we got everything on Ultra. And this is probably going to go very wrong. And I have to do this my own way, because if I use their presets, they're kind of trash. Ultra isn't even close to being like Ultra, just as an example. So, anyway, now let's go. Oh, we're also not doing advanced tests, so let's go run a benchmark, see how it does. Well, benchmark's done, and pretty much as I expected. Minimum 13, maximum of 20, and an average of 16. Completely unplayable. Kind of like what happened with Dying Light 2, but whatever. Let's just go get a teensy bit of gameplay just to show you, and then we'll move on and hopefully get to some more playable settings. Well, here's a very short little gameplay session of Ultra Quality. I'm surprised it actually loaded. Some games the thing just won't play on Ultra. It'll just crash out of game, like Spider-Man's. Both Spider-Mans did the same thing. But yeah, this is very, very unplayable. I would hate this. But in a strange way, it actually kind of reminds me of playing GTA 5 on my PS3. I feel like sometimes the FPS really would get to be about this low. That game had no business being on that system. Anyway, let's move on. Well, let's try our luck with some high instead. So, of course, these are my graphics quality settings. As I said before, the presets are absolute trash for the most part. So, let's just cruise through here real quick till we get to the bottom, and then we'll go run a benchmark, and of course, then we'll get some gameplay in too. And hopefully this time it won't be so bad that I can play for more than like 30, 40 seconds. And, of course, no advanced settings. That'd make the game or the video way too complex. Quite a bit better. This time on high, we got a minimum of 17, which, just like a lot of other benchmarks, it kind of fucks the minimums up as it goes between things. And then we got a max of 38 and an average of 29, so we're pretty much averaging around 30, but it's probably going to drop quite a bit in towns and whatnot, but let's go get a little gameplay and find out for ourselves. Well, let's get a little gameplay in now. Up just high instead of ultra. See how this goes. And like I thought, running around not even in the big part of the city. We're dropping all the way down to 23. Huh, doesn't seem to be any sound either. That's weird. I really hope my Steam Deck didn't just decide to just not get sound the whole time. Because sound was definitely working when I did my camera gameplay. So I don't know what the hell it's doing here. Oh, there's some boars. Anyway, let's just move on. Well, alright. Let's go through the settings real quick. Now we're on medium, so let's just cruise through here. All right, and that's the bottom. No advanced settings. And now, let's run a benchmark. All right, so high got, or our medium benchmark, got 19 minimum, 52 maximum. We averaged around 40. So, not bad. Still Wouldn't trust that to do like a 40 FPS mode or anything, but let's go see how it does. Well, all right, here we go with some medium, and again, for whatever reason, it decided not to record sound, even though it was showing that it was recording sound. I can see the little sound bars dancing around when I was actually doing the OBS window. I literally watch what I'm doing through the OBS window since it just shuts the Screen Deck or Steam Deck game screen off whenever I hook up a USB-C. So pretty much have no choice to do that, but don't know why it's not giving any audio. But hey, at least you guys can still see how it runs, and I assure you it does have audio. The audio in the game does work. I just don't know why it wasn't recording it. This is the first time I've really had problems with it not doing that. And I didn't change or do anything. It wasn't even like an update for OBS or anything, so I don't know what the hell is going on with that. So I apologize about the no game audio. That might have happened for the whole fucking thing. I hope not, but it's a possibility. Because how am I to know if it's not working if it looks like it's working until we get to this point? I guess I probably should have watched the video immediately upon making it. Maybe that's what I should start doing and not just assuming that everything's all hunky-dory. Oh, shit. Well, sorry about that, dude. But we got in an accident, and now I'm angry, so you're dead. All right. Where's my horse? There's my horse. Hey, don't you fire at me, you bitch. I'm getting out of here. And anyway, it's time to move on. Well, now it is time to do low, so let's cruise through the settings. And I don't hear ticking or anything, so there's probably not going to be any sound for this fucking one either, unfortunately. But alright, anyway, we've reached the bottom, so let's go do a bench. Here's what we get for low, the same minimum as always, so we can't really trust that. Max of 60 and an average of 45. So yeah, I don't know if we can really do a 40 FPS mode in this game with it still sticking right at 40 and never dropping below. I might have to just go with 30 in my testing. Still, we'll see about that when we get there. Let's go jump into the game and do low. Well, here we go with some low, and unfortunately there's no sound again for whatever reason. That really pisses me off, to be honest, but I got all this footage, got to this point where it's late at night and I'm already doing the voiceover, so we're just going to have to deal with it. But I do assure you it was working, because I did camera gameplay and I definitely heard sound, so I guess this is just one of those cases of OBS being a pile of crap. Or my capture card being a pile of crap. It's one of their faults. Definitely not mine. Damn program showed audio being recorded and being heard by the program, so it should have captured it all. But hey, whatever, I guess I shouldn't be too mad. At least you guys can see the screen. It's at least showing you what's going on, so you can at least see what kind of FPS to expect for these settings. Now, it might change a little during day, but some people told me this game's harder to run at night. Now, I don't know if that's true. Maybe they're just bullshitting me, but that's why I didn't just wait around for day. Though, truth be told, I would have just done the stuff no matter what time of day it was, because I don't think this game is a game where you can just force the time. I would have had to just sit there and wait. Oh shit, that's a fence. Alright, let's move on. Now we shall try some FSR. So I figured, why don't we put the game on high and just see if we can make high playable and say at like 30-ish FPS. It probably won't happen, but I say screw it. Let's give it a try. And it's FSR 2.0 at least. So we'll start off on quality and work our way down. And all right, that's basically the bottom. We're not doing these advanced guys, so it's benchmark time. FSR quality is all done. And we got 17 FPS and a maximum of 40, and we average 30 FPS. So now, why don't we go hop on into the game? Hey, I actually hear bells, so maybe we'll actually have some damn audio this time. That would be nice. Well, let's get some FSR quality now. Hey, at least we got fucking audio. By the power of FSR, I have sound. Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on before, but hopefully it's not just this one damn clip and then it goes back to having no sound again. Well, let's try to go down here. Light seems to be what fucks it over. So if I go down here, yeah, it's dropping all the way down to 26, 27, 23, 22 even. Shit. Definitely not very awesomely playable at all at this level yet. I'm starting to think already that we're not going to be able to hit no 30 FPS with the game on high, no matter what I do. But that's okay. Steam Deck may be pretty strong for what it is, but can't do miracles. Now for some FSR Balanced. So let's just cruise through again, and I can hear clicking, so I hope we got sound again for the whole ordeal. That would be just dandy. And there you can see FSR 2.0 Balanced. And we're not doing Advanced. That would take too long and be too complicated. So, now let's go run a benchmark. Well, here we go. FSR Balanced. Apparently we got a minimum 3.4. And then we got max of 41 and an average of 31. So I don't expect things to change too much, but why don't we go hop into the game and find out anyway? Well, here's some FSR Balanced. So let's get a little gameplay in here, and it looks exactly like the same kind of FPS, really. Where's my horse? He's back here somewhere. There he is. Kind of hard to see him in the dark.
Monsieur?
Ooh, let's go over there. There's a lot of light over there. Light seems to be a weakness. So if we go over to the light, it's probably still going to drop down to the same 22 or whatever it was beforehand. Just a guess. I could be wrong, but I want to go find out. Yep. At least down 24. Maybe not quite 22 yet, but down to 24, 25-ish. Got spots in here. Anyway, though, why don't we move on? Well, I wanted to do FSR Performance, but it kind of looked like crap. So I decided to just skip that thing. It didn't seem to be working at all anyway, giving us the same FPS at all. So I figured, why don't we do my settings instead? Let's just turn that off, though. I meant to turn it off, but I guess when I restarted the game, it decided to come back on. It always lags like that, acts like it's going to crash, but there we go. Let's finish going down to the bottom here. We were pretty close already, and we're not doing advanced, so let's do a bench and get into the game. Well, we got 18 minimum, which is bullshit. We got 65 maximum, which is pretty cool, but not super relevant, and we averaged 40. But I still don't think it's gonna be good for a 40 FPS experience, but I'll at least try it when we get to camera. I'll try 30 first for screen, and then we'll try 40. And if it sucks, we'll go back to 30. Well, all right. We're on my settings, and I figured we'd just lock the frame rate to 30, so I figured I'd just show you guys that it's locked, which is the reason why it's not going over. And I just figured we'd run around and see if we can stay above 30 the whole time. I'm pretty sure we should be able to. If our average was 40, I don't really see it dropping all the way down unless the 18 FPS wasn't bullshit, but I think it was. A lot of games, for some reason, when you do the benchmarks, when they're going in between the benchmarks, they lag and stutter and do a bunch of nonsense. Even though Misty can't hear it, I kept on petting her belly to the sound of those bells. But she's passed the hell out, so she doesn't even care or probably notice. Well, I'm sure she notices me touching her belly, but she's like, oh, it's just my human, I don't care. Although apparently cats and dogs have to trust you quite a lot to be able to pet their bellies. Guess I should have probably known that. That's where all of their lungs and guts and all that shit is. They don't want to show that off willy-nilly. I sure did. Better make sure I don't lose a step, friend. But alright, why don't we move on?
Well, alright guys, let's get a little camera gameplay. I figured we'd try to do 40. I don't know how well that's gonna go. It's probably gonna drop a little under it, but let's see how smooth it is, just for the hell of it. Definitely seems to have a lot of frame time issues. When you do the 40. I wonder, is that just because of that? Let's try taking the refresh rate back up and just do 30 again, because that was just terrible. That just is not good. Maybe it's because I changed this in the middle of a game too, who knows. Alright, back to 30. Alright, that's much better on the frame times. I don't know, it did not like 40 apparently. So, no 40. No. There is something wrong with me. I couldn't do 40, and now I'm angry. You're lucky I don't shoot you in the face. Alright, we'll let the thing chill for a second before it freaking like keels over because it can't fucking breathe. But yeah, at least it hits 30 flawlessly and hasn't dropped under 30 as far as I've seen yet. Heck, might even be able to turn a couple more settings up, but I sat there for quite a while. And it really doesn't seem to like reflections and shadows. Those are definitely some ways to get some FPS. And that's why I have them on low. And I think one on medium.
Easy now, boy.
Oh, what's going on up here?
Easy there. Oh, you ain't gonna get nowhere with that hammer. Just shut up. Why don't you mind your business and keep walking, huh?
We must flee because I don't know how to pull out my gun on console here. Damn, they fucked me up real good. Shouldn't have gone into their business, I guess. But I had no idea how to shoot, so probably should have figured that out before starting to play, but whatever. Maybe now it won't be fucking nighttime either. I'd like to get a little day, but it still looks like it's gonna be night when I revive. Let's see, though. Yep, still night. Whatever. Alright, so yeah, I was pulling the frickin' trigger. Maybe I hit the wrong one. Maybe I was hitting the top one the whole time. I'm more used to playing this keyboard and mouse, though. I rammed my horse into a wall. That wasn't very nice. I'm sorry, horse. Now your head's stuck in a wall, isn't it? There we go. Alright, good as new. Sounds like some wild boars. But alright. I think we should just go ahead and wrap this video on up now. Well, alright guys. That is a wrap for Red Dead Redemption 2. It did alright. Couldn't quite handle high and ultra. Medium was alright, but still dropped under 30. You really gotta sit there and F with the settings a little, like I did, and then you can get a constant 30 at least. 40 FPS mode just did not seem to be very smooth in the frame time, so I went back to 30. Anyway, that's about all I got for you guys for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. It's probably a little longer than some of the other ones, but hope you enjoyed it all the same. So, until the next video, peace out, guys.